then so I done the workshop, and it's only when two sisters, I still remember their faces in my mind, 2 year 11 girls came up to me and said, this after the assembly year, everyone's gone back to the class, but they actually waited for me, and they came to me and said, oh my God, you know, XYZ, XYZ. And they said, as soon as you came out, we felt a spirit, we felt an explosion, and I don't see it. You see what I'm trying to say? And I realised, wow, it's not how you see yourself when you're doing this work, it's how other people see you. Because I didn't care, I figured just a small little brother, I'm just doing that. They said, as soon as you came out, we looked at each other and said, oh my God. That's when I realised, wow, Allah, you've put something here. But even though I don't feel it and I don't see it, sometimes you've got to go by what other people are telling you. Because I don't see it. You know what I mean? And that was the light bulb moment. I realised, okay, have more confidence in yourself.
Wow. You're actually a natural. You're actually a natural.
Blessing, sister.
Because you light up the room and it's like a catalyst. So everyone who's listening to you, watching you, they feel hyped.
Oh wow.
And energized. Yeah. And so if it's natural, go with it. And to think that you might not have been confident, that's a testament to anyone else who's venturing to do something that they want to do but don't feel the confidence to do. It doesn't mean that it's not meant for you. In fact, that's probably where you need to grow into.
Absolutely.
And expand to, you know?
Absolutely.
So, that's amazing.
Beautiful.
So, yes, let's start. My name is Nirvana Ma'at. I'm your holistic nurse, and I am at the Royal Sankofa estate with brother Andrew Mohammed. Yes. And I'm going to just ring this bell for the ancestors, because we are in the motherland, the Gambia. I
actually want that bell now.
You know what I'm saying? So, to get an interview with you is just been an amazing thing. Thank you for allowing us to do this, because I really believe that the message that you are sending just by your actions is so important.
Respect, sister.
Brother Andrew, the legacy is long already. You know, your works are infamous already. And so, just speaking from my perspective, I remember the first time I saw you, I was a teenager, going to mosque with my older brother.
A teenager. You haven't aged at all.
Yeah, and you're probably the most memorable person, you know, because of your welcoming energy. Everyone's welcome there, but you always did that extra step, you know, and I just have to say thank you, and I'm grateful for you. You have not aged.
No, I'm trying to keep up with you, dear.
You don't age. Literally, I don't know what your secret is, but you need to share that, please. And I guess that will come in the whole unraveling of what you're doing here as well.
Thank you.
Yes. So first of all, we are at the Royal Sankofa estate. So we've seen it being built from scratch. You've shown the process. I think either it was on Facebook or Instagram. I can't remember where I was following it, but I remember when you had the land and there wasn't much on it. I remember when you first built the hall.
Yes.
What is the hall called again?
Marcus
Garvey Hall. And I remember when it was empty, and I was like, I can't wait for that day I'm here. And now I'm here, and I have to pinch myself. I'm pinching myself.
I pinch myself still.
Whoa.
Yeah, I still pinch myself.
So what inspired you to establish the Royal Sankofa estate in the Gambia? What was the main inspiration for that?
And that is a beautiful question. First, can I just say thank you so much. It's an honour to have your spirit here, Brother Albert's spirit, just like the universe worked it together, that the two of you came, and it's a blessing, because the love I've got for the two of you, words can't express, you know, the
big
humility.
Up Albert on the camera,
you know, and I don't believe in angels that come down in dressed in white with big wings. Angels come in people, and I see you two as angels, good spirited, loving, honest people, you know what I mean? So you're whether you know it or not, you're angels in my life. You come with the good energy, the good messages. What inspired us is myself and Lady Ma'at.
Yes, Lady Ma'at. Big up.
Hey. What inspired us to do this in the Gambia is that from the date that we're doing this interview, I've never been to the Gambia 3 years prior.
Right.
This only 3 years was the first time ever coming to Gambia, and as soon as we landed in Gambia, we said, this is it.
Wow.
Before we left the airport, I'm talking about,
Yeah.
we said, this is where we want to live.
Wow.
This is beautiful. And by the time we got to the hotel, that's it. We're already planning. Yeah, as our very first trip, we had no friends, no contacts, nothing at all. And then when you study the history of the Gambia, it's very similar to the power of Jamaica. Jamaica's a very small island, and my parents are from Jamaica. We're all African, but via Jamaica. And Jamaica is one of the smallest, but yet affected the whole world.
Right.
Gambia, many people don't appreciate, is a power that affects the whole world. What gave me my awakening, which I didn't know back in the day, 1977, was roots. You know what I mean? And Kunta Kinte, and that's when we realized about Africa and slavery. No one's ever taught us this. Little did I know, it's the Gambia. You know what I'm trying to say? And so it was like the way the Most High was literally bringing us back to where it began. You know what I mean? Because a lot of our consciousness started in 1977 with roots and Kunta Kinte. And so here we are now living here, and we called it the Royal Sankofa. One, because we see our people and our heritage as being royal. And we don't just say it out of rhetoric. Many people say it out of rhetoric. We really do sincerely believe it. And not only do we believe it, we know it, that we are royal people. Sankofa is the West African Adinkra symbol, which means just to come back and reclaim that which is yours. So that was the basis of the Royal Sankofa. We had to do it in the Gambia, a place of peace, a place of spirituality, a place of humility, and a place whereby it was twinned with Jamaica that woke us up together. Yes.
And you know what? There's so many parts of the Gambia that remind me of Jamaica.
Honestly.
I think I'm walking down around, I'm like, hey.
This is Jamaica. This is Jamaica. And I could pick up any of these brothers or sisters, place them in Kingston, St. Anne's, St. Thomas, and they will look 100% natural to that environment.
I was at Domino's.
Oh, wow.
A beach party. And it's all reggae vibes. They were singing all the old reggae tunes better than I didn't even know.
Better than in Jamaica. I'll say on
they were skanking.
Everything.
They're fully in love. And the thing is, it was a meditation for them. It was more than just, I'm here to just stunt or whatever. They were there to meditate. They were in their own zone and just taking in the full vibration of the music. It was beautiful to see.
And that is why, forgive me if I haven't pronounced it correctly, we need Michael Amin and the Chesapeake team and the family. We want to do a special retreat just on Chesapeake.
That's it.
Because we believe that this place would be an international explosion for Chesapeake. We want that to happen. I've already spoken to Michael Amin, and we want to take this place. This is a part of my duty and my calling, because I love the work that you brothers and sisters are doing, bringing the spirituality back to dance and energy and love of life.
It's so much more than just dance. It's like a prayer. Albert said yesterday, something we was having dinner, wasn't we, with another sister, and Albert said it's like a communion.
Come on.
Because it's something we naturally do. And Mikel has just defined it for us. In this term of Chesaroho, which means of the spirit, or of the heart, or play the spirit and play the heart, or play the heart. And so it's very important that we, as the diaspora, connect back to the Africans on the continent in that form, in that communion of dance, and to our higher source, or inner source, should I say.
A word of confession for me on air. And Albert doesn't know this, but I will spend hours if I'm out. He doesn't see me doing it. I'm not watching him dance.
No,
because you got good dancers. You know, good dancers. But there's something. I'm not just saying it, and I'll say, may Allah bear me witness. So as a Muslim, we don't say it unless we really do mean it. I watch this brother dance. He doesn't see me watching him, and I see God. I see spirit. I see the brother and he's smiling, but the energy of every move that he does has meaning. And that's why I said, you know what? As you said, it's more than just a dance. It's more than entertainment. There's a spiritual connection that that's above us.
We could get all sciencey about it,
Come on
about
now.
the energy that's rising up through your spine.
Come on.
Connecting to the higher source.
Come on.
And the lower, which is your physical, tangible spirit.
Come on.
Or we could just actually just stay in that realm where it's more esoteric, but it all has meaning. You know, every move that you intuitively do, because it's not a dance class, it's not necessarily, oh, I can or cannot dance. Everyone is supposed to move.
And that is why we want to dedicate a whole retreat just for that.
Yes.
I want to feel the energy. I want to be hosting that here in the Gambia.
Yeah.
Because I believe that'll be 7 or 10 days of pure heaven. Vibrations that are going to be literally lasting. It's going to be a lifelong experience that people say, I was there.
That's it. Yeah, that's something for the memory bank, and it's very important that it happens. Yeah. And I know you're working with Mikel to
100%.
actually get that done.
100%.
And I had to say to Mikel that this is actually the perfect space.
Perfect.
To be honest, like when you mentioned it, I said, yeah, this is perfect because you are in Sanyang.
That's right.
And there's not much going on.
It's away from all the tourist industry. We planned it from day one. We didn't want to be. I love Senegambia. I love the hotels. I love the beach parties. But this is a spiritual pilgrimage for us. We call this a sanctuary. Yeah. So we wanted to be in the realness of Africa. It's private land. We are 100%. I have to emphasize this. We here are 100% off grid. Wow. So we have no energy from the government. Wow. All the energy is what we produce here. All the energy, the water supply, the fuel, is solar energy that's on there right now. Yeah. So everything is 100% natural on this land. Woo! 100% natural. And so I think with Chisel, I think we'd be the right people to host it.
You are doing, and we was talking about this just before, Albert, weren't we, when we was waiting downstairs. You have done something which has broken a cycle.
Praise be to Allah.
As I grew up within the community, going to meetings, whether they were mosque or just general community meetings, and I would see elders, your generation, always meeting saying, we need to come together, we need to come together, we need to do this, we need to do that. And I used to be like, but what?
Keep it real.
What?
Yeah.
And I used to always leave the meeting thinking, so what are we going to do? And this whole dream of going back to the motherland was always a one-day thing. It was always a one-day thing. I never thought I would, can you believe it? I never thought that I would live in the motherland in my lifetime. I thought it was a one-day, maybe for my children.
Yes.
And that's how I felt in my teenage years.
Yes.
Yeah, because I never saw any of us doing it. Maybe there was, but I didn't know. And I just saw us in the UK doing our best.
Absolutely.
What you've done is you've now broken that paradigm and now actually done it. You've moved to the next level of actually creating your own off-grid home. And not just a home for yourself that you could bring others to experience.
That is the key.
Yeah, that is absolutely unbelievable. And the fact that you're going to do Cesarojo here,
100%.
I just have to ask, how do you think it will resonate with the Gambian culture? Is it mainly for the diasporans, or is it for the Gambians as well? How does it work?
100%. It's going to be a union of our brothers and sisters here in the Gambia, as well as a coming home to our brothers and sisters in the West. We personally believe that we could be that bridge, a part of that bridge that connects and reunites after 500 years of separation, that spiritual energy that lives within all of us. Yeah. So during the Chisel, we will be bringing in African dancers from the Gambia.
Brilliant.
We will be bringing in choir players as well, and it's going to be a union of every type of spiritual energy that we have amongst us. We're also planning grounding sessions. We're going to be, we're going to play the meditation. So it's not just going to be the sound waves. It's going to be everything that incorporates life and loving life. So 100%, my queen, we see it as going to be a union between us in the West and our brothers and sisters in the East here.
That's so important. Very, very important. I was thinking about you and Lady Adele, Lady Ma'at Adele, and how you have worked together as referred to it as the divine masculine, divine feminine, 100% coming together. What has been your strengths and your roles in creating such a place like this?
Can I say again on air, something that I've said from day one, is that the whole energy and drive of the Royal Sankofa has been feminine.
Wow.
100%. I'm not just saying it out of retro, it sounds good, as a man saying it, and I'll prove it to you. The fact that we called it Royal Sankofa, that Sankofa bird is a female bird, it's a mother bird. A bird that looks one way but looks backwards, and it's collecting an egg in the future. So it represents going forward in life, knowing your history, but thinking about your future. So it's a female energy, it's a female egg. So even the very name Sankofa is feminine energy. So around the guest houses that we built them circular. It represents female energy. Represents the egg that's in the womb, represents Mother Earth, represents spirituality, represents the cosmos. So the circular energy represents the circle is a shape that has no beginning, no ending. That's the female energy. That's life, giving birth to more life. So we have 11 apartments. Every single one of them are named after a female. So I'm just trying to say this is not.
Ask you about
that's
the
exactly.
Significance of them.
So it's not me just saying, oh, it's feminine. No, you can see how we've laid it all down. So one of the rooms is called Amy Garvey. Another room is called Claudia Webb. Another room is called Queen Tai. Another room is called Queen Shepsu, Queen Edzinga. So I'm just showing you that everything was purposely done and based on female energy, because we in this world are in this condition that we are in today because of the disrespect we have for black women. And so we can never ever get back to where we are. And I'm cussing myself too. I'm not gonna go on like I've been a saint to women. No, I haven't. You know what I'm trying to say? So let's keep it real.
And they're round as well, the apartments.
100% round circles. So we are trying to do our best to make sure that there is no revolution unless the woman is by our side. So the whole of Royal Sankofa is based on feminine energy. It was designed by Lady Ma'at. So I'm not taking any credit for it. So everything that you see physically and spiritually around us was done from a mind of the female goddess. So that is the power behind the Royal Sankofa.
Wow, that's amazing. And the design coming from a woman. But then the masculine, you, the male, what was your role in that?
My role in that was to make it manifest.
Yep, that's it.
When you look at the word father, it actually comes from the word fervor.
Yes.
Our job is to further the liberation. The woman is the birth of the revolution, revelation. But our job as men is to make it manifest, to make it real and protect that vision. So
that's very much aligned with our heritage and how how the masculine and feminine work together interdependently.
100%.
So that's perfect. I love that. How do you balance your roles and strengths to create harmony with the mission? Because, we're different. We're meant to be different. Masculine and feminine.
Absolutely.
And yes, we can work together interdependently, but there are going to be times when it's going to be, how do you balance the harmony?
You see, one of the greatest teachings given to us, and I heard it and was taught from the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honourable Elijah Muhammad, man, woman, know thyself. And know thyself It's more than just saying, oh, I can quote the Egyptians, I know about the pyramids, I know the kings and the pharaohs. Know thyself is literally to know who you are.
Yes.
For once you know who you are and you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, you know what you can do and what you can't do, then the beautiful thing in life is that you find that energy that relates with your knowledge of self. So you know where you're weak, that person's strong.
Right.
Where you're strong, that person may be weak. You know what I'm trying to say? And what we do, we in terms of myself and Lady in my art, we've got to a level by the grace of God, and we're still learning, as always, where we fit in with each other.
Yeah.
We understand. She understands my strengths, and she doesn't break down my weaknesses, and vice versa. We understand that our success is in that union.
It's crucial.
My success is her success. Her success is going to be my success.
Yes.
It's understand. It's not a competition.
Yeah.
Let's work this through together.
And I guess you have to make sure that that foundation's there before you even venture to do something like this.
100%.
You know.
And to do something like this, and I thank Almighty God Allah for this, because I know I don't deserve it. I'm just keeping it real. I don't deserve it. Is that to do something like this, you both have got to be on the same page.
Yes.
You can't be fighting. One person's got the vision, the other person doesn't believe it. One person doesn't want to go really. Some person doesn't. It's got to be two of you on the same page with the same energy, with the same mission. And that makes it 10 times easier, because it's hard to do something like this and you're fighting with your own partner.
Yeah, it can't work.
Doesn't really see that same vision, doesn't see the importance, doesn't see the legacy that you're leaving behind. We both had that same vision together.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to have that.
It's beautiful. So what is the legacy that you hope to leave through the Royal Sankofa estate, and what are your plans for the future?
Oh, that's a beautiful question. The legacy we're leaving is manifold. I'll share with you one or two folds. One is the legacy is that we want to be that vessel, that bridge in, I use the term, make Africa sexy again.
Yes, we was talking about this yesterday.
I want Africa to be
it's not my
sexy.
chance, right? We was having the same conversation yesterday.
Yes, I'm gonna say it. I want our young people to say, you know what? Maybe I don't have to go to Benidorm.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have to go and party in Dubai and all those places again. Maybe I don't have to go to New York or Florida. I want to go to Africa, man. It's sexy. It's great. We can have a great time there. So I know that may sound light-hearted, but we really want to put Africa back on the map again.
Definitely.
You can come. You can have a fantastic time. You can enjoy yourself. X, Y, Z. So that's number one. Number two, our legacy also is to destroy what the media has done in making us hate Africa.
Yes.
They've done a fantastic job for 500 years, making our people think that there's nowhere Africa's not safe. I'm never even thinking of going to Africa. We want to destroy. That's a part of our legacy. That wow, people are coming to the Royal Sankofa, and many of them have never been to Africa before. But now they've found a place where, you know what, I can go.
We literally had Fuse on talking about that as well the other week as well.
Look at that.
And his efforts in trying to, making sure that doesn't happen anymore, especially with these fundraising missions that they do, and depicting Africa in a particular way.
Exactly.
We don't want that anymore.
Flying around their mouth. And
that's not Africa. That's not the whole of Africa.
That is not the whole of Africa.
And if there are spaces where that is, it's because it's been destabilised.
Thank you. There's a historical reason for that to take place.
Yeah.
Another legacy we want to leave, which is more of a long-term, more established legacy. We are very serious about building a community out here.
Right.
Very serious about building a community. I won't go into too much on the plans right now.
Of course, yeah.
But we are very serious. Royal Sankofa was only stage one of what we're doing. The other stages are really in action already. So one of our legacies is that we actually want to build a vibrant, cohesive, productive, and I'm going to use the word that many Pan-Africans don't like to say, materialistically wealthy community here. because I just want to go back to a point that you made, my beautiful sister. And I remember when I came into consciousness, I was so excited. I'd run from meeting to meeting to meeting.
Yeah.
They're teaching me knowledge I never knew. I get books and I would just out for hours. Yeah. My friends would be out raving. I don't want to rave no more. I'm getting a natural high just getting all these books. And there's another meeting in Hackney. There's a meeting in Brixton.
Yeah.
And I would run around for years just being in love with just knowledge, wisdom and understanding. But then it got to a stage, I said, with all this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, this breakdown of history, where's the reality? Where is it that I can touch your teachings now? Where is it that young people can say, wow, this is what the teachers have done? Why are we still in church halls? Right. Why are we still in youth clubs?
And this is what was frustrating me.
Hiring out these venues with all this knowledge?
Yes.
And that's when I got to say, I said, Andrew, are you going to be the same kind of person? Am I going to be that same kind of person? I'm going to be teaching all this wicked knowledge. Oh yeah, look what we've done as Africans and this, that. But we're still renting a church hall. Yeah. So we've got someone's telling us, 11 o'clock, it's time to get out. Yeah. And so I made a pledge from a young age not to be that kind of person. Right. I had to make that pledge. I want to create something that my young people can go and touch. Yes. They can see, they can watch. And so, going back to your original question about legacy, I want people to see a vibrant Pan-African community that they're going to come and watch it. Remember what I was after this interview? Yeah. People are going to be flying from all over the world to see this is the next stage of liberation. Yes. Yeah? Because when you mention Pan-Africanism or whatever it may be, it's a word that represents fighting back against the system. Right, yeah. Activism. But that is not Pan-Africanism. Yeah. That is not Pan-Africanism. So we're used to saying, oh, it's just a revolutionary word to fight back. Hell no. Yeah. You know, I want to see a nation of schools, of beautiful housing and shops and shopping malls. And guess what? We're all Pan-Africanists. We're all living good. I'm in the mode now of making it happen for reality. Right.
Do you know something? Everything you just said of what your legacy is going to be and what is happening, you've been doing from before you got to the Gambia. I've got to point that out because you've been establishing an online community called The Hidden Truth, right? That happens every single week. You run a leadership academy for young children, and that's been going on for years. It's called Westside Young Leaders Academy. We've got some in different parts of London. My niece and nephew go to the Lucian one. And so it's like you've been doing it, and now you're able to transfer that and put that here. Whereas some people, they always say, when I get to the motherland, one day. That they always put that as the excuse or the barometer.
Can I just say, without cutting you, sister? Yeah. Please. I'm going to say this. Yeah. You know, I'm going to say, I don't really talk about it, but when I shared what myself and Lady Ma have done, we never shared with anyone, not even our family. Yeah. For the first year and a half, we didn't want people to say anything. We worked like Black Panther, behind the scenes, and we've done it. But once the word went out that I was now gonna move to Africa and build, I'm gonna say it live on air with you. I had people who were so called, and I use the word so called, I'm not putting them down because I love them, but they would be referred to as Pan-Africanism. They laughed. Wow. They said, are you sure you really want to do that? Wow. And these are people that have been teaching about Africa. You know what I'm trying to say? And I'm thinking, wow. Yeah. So it was in their heart, but maybe they're thinking that the reality, I can't do it. And that's why I have to say live on air, one of the people that inspired me is Michael Amin. Wow. I used to watch his videos when he was in, I think it was Kenya. Yes. And seeing, you know, some of the things that he was doing in Kenya and some of the things that he was saying. Yeah,
Village Link Up.
Yeah. You know, he was one of the people, believe it or not, behind the scenes that I would watch and I say, it can be a reality.
Yeah, yeah. So the inspiration goes both ways. I can assure you on that, because he speaks very highly of what you've done and how you've been a mentor to him. And that's how it should be. It's a feedback mechanism, you know. But I will say that I think one of the keys to you doing this, and yes, you're a very passionate man, and you're dedicated to what you believe in, but part of that is that you put it in place before you even left. You created a community. You've been creating a community. You've been doing all the things you could do from back there. And I think the lesson for all of us is that when we say we want to do something in the motherland, please be sure that you're doing it back home already.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're doing it where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You see, one of the things that I teach young people, and I've been doing this for many years now, it's something that I was taught. So it's nothing, I can't say I'm the originator of it at all. It's something that I was taught and I put into action, and it really does work. And it's called the 13 Steps of Success.
Wow.
Yeah. And the first step of success, and it goes to what you're saying just now, success must be in your mind first.
Yeah.
If success is not in your mind, if you don't believe in that success, if you haven't visioned that success, if you haven't resonated that, if you don't go to bed and you just can't sleep because of that success vision is in your head, that is the first law of success. It must be in your mind first. So yes, you're right. You don't have to wait to go to Africa to do it. No. You should be doing it already.
Yeah.
You're living with that vision day in, day out. That's the first step of success. The second step of success is be constant in your efforts. So even at times when it looks dark and dingy, or you just feel spiritually down, because one thing about the UK, they don't play. They are spiritual vampires. It's a system that they've created. True. So sometimes you don't even know why you're feeling down.
Yeah, you don't know.
We're living in a place that is perfected, sucking out inspiration.
Yeah.
So you got to be constant in your efforts. Number 3, and I'm not going to go through all of them. I'm just going to go through 1 or 2 of the main ones. Number 3, get away from negative energy.
That's it.
And those, I'll stop there. Because
your environment is very important.
It's important for your own spiritual well-being.
Yes.
Fundamental.
Definitely important. I mean, I remember being here, I think on Monday, I was feeling a little bit low. And I thought, wow, even in the motherland.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, an epiphany was like, okay, so it's about the answers are within you. Your heaven 100%, is within.
100%.
And so if you're going to procrastinate, if you're going to feel low, best believe it's going to happen here too.
100%.
You know, it helps you've got sun, but here has its own challenges as well.
100%.
You know, what have been some of the challenges? I don't want to really focus on that.
No,
it's real.
It's got to be real.
What has been some of the challenges of you being able to do such a thing here, such as build the Royal Sankofa estate?
Yes, I mean, you know, don't ever think that we can move anywhere around the world, no matter where we go, I think that's just going to be skipping through the tulips and you're just going to be laughing all day and whatever. No. Gambia has its own challenges.
Yes.
I would prefer to be here dealing with these challenges than to be in England dealing with the UK challenges, but still, let's keep it real. There are challenges.
Yes.
And to name 1 or 2 of them is that, you see, colonialism is a reality here. And what you find is that even though the European may not be here physically amongst our people all the time, they've placed themselves mentally. And one of the things that we have to challenge in Gambia is to make them appreciate who they really are. Because one of the things about colonialism, it makes you look down on yourself as a black man or as a black woman, as an African. We had to, in order to build the Royal Sankofa, we had to make sure we had to raise the standards of those who were working with here. Because a lot of it was slapdash work. They used to do that for each other. You know, but the European don't play that game. If you're going to build for them, you're going to build it properly. And that's one of the challenges we had here, was to make them understand the same way you work for other people, the Asians or the Europeans, is the same way, if not more, We've got to do for ourselves.
If not more.
Raise up your standards, believe in yourself, love yourself, and understand that you deserve the best. So that's number one.
Yes.
We have to make sure we have to work with them, not condemn them, but work with them to make sure they raised up their standards, because they are powerful. Number two is that many people don't appreciate that Gambia is one of the poorest countries in West Africa, if not in all Africa. Okay, one of the poorest. So therefore, again, we're living amongst people who sometimes haven't got money for food, clothing, shelter. And so again, we have to work with that and understand that we are no better than them. We have to make sure we have come with a mindset that we must maintain our humility. You know what I'm trying to say? And sometimes you find that you jump out of your car, you've got 10 people begging you for food or begging you whatever you can. It's understanding. Don't cuss them. Don't run them down. Don't move from me. You know what I'm trying to say? It's again, we've got to check our own position.
Have the compassion.
And not just compassion, I like to use the word empathy.
Empathy, yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You've got to feel where they're coming from. Understand. What would you be doing if you was in that situation? You know what I'm trying to say? Put yourself in their shoes. So it's about how do we change that mindset? And that's why we need much more of us from the West to come to the Gambia. We can have heaven on earth here. We've got the technology, we've got the finance, we've got the political understanding. Many of us know our history. We've got skills that we've learned in the West. If we start to invest all of those elements back into Africa, back into the Gambia. I use the word Gambia because where I am right now, it could be the same applies across Africa. But if we were to now cut the umbilical cord from the UK and invest our time, effort, and expertise, we can overcome all of those type of challenges.
What would you say the mindset should be before anyone even thinks of coming there? Because you have the notion of not everyone can come.
Yes.
Because you don't want people coming with the colonial mindset that
Yeah.
we've been taught.
Yeah.
What's the mindset that they should have when they come here?
Well, the best mindset for anyone to come is the same type of mindset you should have when you're studying. And that is be in a state of humility.
Right.
That's the number one mindset. Be humble. Check ourselves. Remember, I'm not saying check yourself. I'm talking about us. I'm including me in this. We've got to continuously keep checking ourselves. Humble yourself. Yeah. God has blessed you certain expertise or material wealth, whatever it may be. That doesn't make you any better than any other brother or sister that you're talking to here in the Gambia. So don't come with your drama, don't come with your politics, don't come with your so mentality. Humble yourself, work on yourself, and start that process before you even come to Africa. Start that process in the UK. Pray, meditate, and ask the Most High, please make me sincere and humble.
Yes. And
if I'm not, show me where I'm wrong.
Yes. I feel that. So in terms of the community you've built with the Hidden Truth, how do you feel that this has impacted that community you've already been building for years? I'm not sure how many years it's been going for, but it's a long time, isn't it?
A long time.
Yeah.
Because before the impact of us building here in the Gambia is an international effect.
Yeah.
And we find now that brothers and sisters on the Hidden Truth community, it's inspired them for them to fulfill their dreams.
Yes.
I will say that before we start to do our work in the Gambia, many people may not remember or even know that I was doing at least 20 years of bringing our brothers and sisters to Egypt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This started back in the early 90s. And so, we were doing tours to ancient Kemet.
Yes, you were.
For about good 20 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So we've always had that mindset of connecting back with Africa.
Yeah.
It's always been there. So this is back in the 90s, good 30 plus years ago.
Yeah.
we were doing this work. So Gambia was just the next stage of doing what we was doing many, many years ago. And so I just wanted to create an international mindset, because my greatest, see, people say, well, Andrew, you know, it's good to see you come back to Pan-Africanism. I thought you was a Muslim. No, don't get it twisted. I am Muslim.
Yes.
I'm a follower of the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yes.
But what brought me to Islam was Pan-Africanism.
Right.
Let's keep it real.
Yeah.
I love the
It's not a
Honourable.
religion.
No. I loved and
Yeah.
still love the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey, brethren.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And my Islam allowed me to experience the teachings of the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey. So to me, they were one and the same.
Yeah.
You know, one and the same. And one of the visions of the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey was that we should reconnect and reunite Africa. If you listen and remember this, the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey, with all of the great works he was doing, was never blessed to come and put his foot on African soil.
I know.
You know what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
it's down to us.
But he did such
That's
a
what I'm
massive
saying.
thing.
It's down to us to make his dream become a reality. So this is the vision of the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey.
That's it. We have to.
This is the vision of the Honourable. And that's why we named our restaurant and an auditorium. The only male name in the whole of this complex is dedicated to the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey.
And that's where we gather.
That's where we gather. That's where we eat. That's where we do our teachings.
And remember,
that's everything.
You know, so it's a perfect name.
Perfect.
You know, perfect name. We mentioned before that you are one of the leaders of the Westside Young Leaders Academy. How you brought the children here to Gambia, haven't you?
First,
did they stay here?
They stay there. They stay there. And that again nearly brought me to tears to see my young next generation literally walking, talking, dancing, eating in our vision. In the vision that we had when we first came in. Now we're seeing the young people, because everything I do, I aim at young people. I don't care what it is. It's always aimed at young people. So to see the young people, most of them had never even been on a plane, much less come to Africa before. And now they're in Africa. It was a dream come true.
I'm feeling the layers of it. Like, they've not just come on a plane, they've not just gone to another country, not just gone to the motherland for the first time for all of them, but they've actually stayed in a space where their mentor, their teacher has built.
Yes.
For them.
See, I'm like,
and they've seen it.
Yes.
This is the reality of what you can have. This is being done. It's more than what I saw when I was younger.
Yep.
Because, like we said in the beginning,
it
was a one-day thing.
Yep.
I can't imagine what this has done for their confidence.
Wow.
And how it's going to inform them going forward.
They said that. They said that now we've been here, we realised, don't even say the sky's the limit. The sky is not even the limit. They've said now we know, not just believe, we know that we can achieve anything we put our minds to.
This is so big.
It's massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's a
really
massive. And I'm not, how can I say, one thing I learned from history is that we don't learn from history.
Yeah.
I said that one more time. One thing I've learned from history is that we don't learn from history. And so don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
I've seen our great people, the Honourable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the Honourable Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, Sojourner Truth, Willie Mandela, anyone, Malcolm X. Don't think, and I'm not going to be a fool, that when I started this mission with Lady Ma'at, don't think that I'm thinking it's all going to be fun and games.
Yeah.
I know the enemy of our rise is watching this, and they are planning as we are planning.
Yes.
But it's a price that we just have to pay.
Yeah. It is, and we have to be prepared.
We've got to be prepared.
Yeah.
We cannot shrink and think, I'm not going to do it because they're going to see me and they're going to attack me. No, sometimes you've got to say, let go and let God.
Yeah, that's it.
Just
surrender.
walk on faith. There's no energy, there's no force more powerful than the creator of the heavens and the earth.
Right.
They could do all their planning. They can have their Elon Musks and whatever, okay? But if you're in tune with the time that we're living in, they can't do anything.
And it's been designed that we would be fearful of being stopped, you know, because of history and what we've seen play out. But we can't afford to allow that to stop us from doing.
Absolutely.
Making that first step.
It's our time.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
I want every brother and sister listening to this to understand, whether you appreciate it or not, it's our time to rise.
How do you envision the role of the youth leadership in the shaping of the diaspora, the future of the diaspora?
Yes, the youth are fundamental in this work of redemption and resurrection.
Yeah.
That is why everything I do is always the youth in mind.
Yeah.
Always. We cannot do it by ourselves. I'm talking about my generation. We cannot do it. And any work that we do, and our youth are not at the forefront of it, it's in vanity.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we're guiding our youth. We've got to make sure that we're there to advise the youth. We've got to make sure that we're there to physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually guide them, protect them, warn them, and hold their hands. Right now, it's like they're growing up and they don't see anyone around them ready to do that work. So what is it? They won't listen to us. They'll say, middle finger to you. We do it ourselves. We've got to show them, no, that's not the way.
It's not the way.
We're here. We've got to guide them, but it can't be just talking.
Yeah.
We've got to build.
We've got to be doing.
We've got to build edifice. We've got to be monuments.
This generation, they're not listening to.
They're not going to listen to talk.
They're not.
They're not going to listen to talk.
Yeah.
They're going to know. They want to know, how are you going to benefit me by listening to you?
Yeah.
That's what we've got to do.
Okay. Well, we're wrapping up now, but it's been amazing speaking to you. I wish I could speak to you a lot longer, and we'll have to do another part 2. I'm sure Mikel's going to want to interview himself, because I know he's got questions I've not even asked. But
you have some beautiful questions, sister.
I'm going to ask you, if you could send one message to the global African diaspora, what would it be?
That one message is, accept your own and be yourself. Accepting your own means, let's put away the foolishness. Let's stop the arguing. Let's stop the drama. Let's put down, to the best of our ability, put down the egos, and let's come together in unity. Let's come together in oneness. Let's build with the future in mind, and let's reunite and take back Africa, as we have just stated, in the form of the Royal Sankofa.
Woo. Yes,
Alhamdulillah.
Asante sana.